Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Gwyneth Paltrow and Martha Stewart are at it again. Wendy's got the latest. Find out who's getting served. And radio host Elvis Duran is here with the inside scoop on our favorite pop stars. Plus, get a jump on Black Friday with huge Trendy and Wendy discounts on amazing gifts. Now, here's Wendy.
Today. Hello, friends. My co-host, my studio audience. Well rested, so let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Have a seat, everybody. Thank you. Do you like my limited edition Wendy holiday mug? It's this on this side and a nice glistening snowflake on the other. It's beautiful, right? All right, so the tea is a little hot, though. It looks like I won't be drinking this for the next hour. But no, you can go get one of these if you'd like, or they make a great holiday gift for you, your coworkers, your grandma. Go to wendyshow.com and just click Shop Wendy. We also have some new robes and stuff. There's stuff there. Thank you. So, I had a nice weekend, stayed close to home in Jersey, got things started with a shopping spree at Target where I was telling you that we get the fake Christmas tree every year. So I got the Christmas tree and all the trimmings, and guess who I ran into? Snooki. She's on her toes, and I'm squatting down, and her basket is full of all kinds of deliciousness. I say Sprite and cheese balls and stuff. And we were both perusing the clothing, because what good is going to Target if you can't pick yourself up a nice sweater and some jeans and stuff, right? Anyway, yeah. Good luck with your nuptials next weekend, and her rehearsal dinner was Saturday night. So congratulations to you, Snooki. So, this coming Sunday is a big night. I'm hosting the Soul Train Awards. And that's the billboard in Times Square. I'm gonna give you 6 different costume changes. There's gonna be lots of great performances, including Chris Brown, and Kool and the Gang is gonna receive their Legend Award, which is a huge thing. You know, it's for their contribution to soul music. So the Soul Train Awards air Sunday night, 8 o'clock on Centric and BET. Did you watch the American Music Awards last night? Did you watch Sunday Night Football? We were back and forth between both. Anyway, it was a big night, though, for Iggy Azalea. She won 2 awards, including... She won 2 awards, and they were in the hip-hop category. And a lot of people, of course, are outraged because they feel as though she's not hip-hop enough. Does that mean white? Or does that mean foreign? And who are these people? Like, I'm so tired of fighting over, you know, who wins awards for what. You know, sometimes awards are bought. Sometimes awards are given for all kinds of other political reasons. You know, I have no idea who these people are complaining. Do you think that Iggy Azalea qualified over Drake and Eminem and some others in that category to win Hip Hop Album of the Year? Clap if you do. Wow, don't be shy. You say it like you're 2 nice ladies right there. This is the first award that Iggy's ever won in her entire life. And she brought T.I. on stage, of course, because without T.I., this wouldn't even be a discussion. But congratulations to her. I'm just tired of, I mean, I don't know this woman, you know, but I like the music. And she seems cool enough and really able to just make jokes out of the jokes that people make about her. And she's living her life. So congratulations, Iggy Azalea. Even though I do think that Drake was robbed, but you know, with that said, this is the beginning of awards season, so there are plenty of awards for Drake to win at another time. In the meantime, Christina Milian performed with her rumored boyfriend, Lil Wayne. And I was so distracted by what she's wearing. Is there a bullfight going on? The song is called Start a Fire, and they haven't confirmed whether they're in a relationship yet or not. But the streets talk. I don't know. We could probably ask her. I think she's coming here to our show soon, right?
January.
You know, she also has Christina's got a new reality show coming out on E! It starts in January. Chris Brown's girlfriend, Karrueche Tran, passes through, but she's not a part of the reality show. And Christina's mom is there, and she's a pistol. They're from Jersey City, so they say it like you mean it. And so, you know, there she is, Christina. By the way, I thought that Fergie looked excellent last night. I thought she looked really good. And I thought Diana Ross looked really good. I thought Jessie J did a bang-up job. Yeah, with Nicki Minaj and them. Yeah. And Ariana Grande, I thought, did a great... Oh, God. Was that Chloe? I thought Ariana Grande did a great job. Jennifer Lopez. I had Pitbull, you were a good host. So, and then later on in the show, Iggy returned to the stage with Jennifer. They did that song Booty. Apparently, the producers were very, very nervous that somebody was gonna slip up or do something, so they had like a 10-second delay, and it was the last thing that we saw before we turned the lights out and went to bed. Okay? So, Kim Kardashian, the more you open your mouth, Kim wants baby North to be just like her. Kim was asked how she'd react if North ever wanted to pose nude. And when we say nude, like to me, there's nude like Playboy, and then there's nude like full frontal vajayjay, and like what Kim did. So this is what Kim says. I would support anything she wants to do. I don't do anything with the intention to promote anyone else doing it. That's not even what I'm trying to do. I do it because I'm proud of it. Well, let me say. First, the good. The good is that she's got a lot to be proud of. Right, haters? Right? She's got a lot to be proud of. But sometimes just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I'm gonna get so much feedback on my side butt. You know how sometimes this happens, girls? And look, and Antoine had a shorter wig twirled up for me today, and I was like, no, because I have side butt, and I don't want to wear cardigan. You know, this fat right here. You know, live long enough, you'll get it too. So look, wigs hide a multitude of sins, including side butt. So, okay, so Kim would be fine, I guess, with North posing, which, you know, many of us as parents are gonna have to deal with a lot of questions and a lot of things that our kids might wanna jump out of their skin and do when they get older. But there's certain things that I don't feel as though we should co-sign on ahead of time. You know, when North is 28 years old, if she wants to pose full frontal, like mommy, then now North is gonna look back at statements like that and understand that Kim totally supports her, as opposed to, you know, Kim either not doing it at all, which too late for that, or telling North when North is 28, look, I posed full frontal nude so you don't have to. Now put your face in the books and become a chemist or something. I feel like, you know, many of us as parents, you know, we've done a lot of, you know, terrible things that we aren't so proud of. But the second we start giving that stuff a thumbs up and our kids hear about it, that's when they start calling us by their first names and spiraling out of control. Do you let your kids call you by their first name? By your first name? Do your kids' friends call you by your first name? No. Nope, a lot of you are lying. Now, a lot of you are lying, because I know, like, I'm like the only one in my son's circle that I demand being called Mrs. Hunter. That's my marital name. I demand that, you know, whereas my son calls other parents, because they're permissive, you know, Barbara or Amy or whatever. And we've had this conversation, and you and I've had it, but I have it with my son all the time. I'm like, all right, well, if they don't answer to you calling them, you know, Mrs. Schwartz or Mrs. Johnson, then just wait until you have their eye contact and say, hey. Like, hey, you. Like, don't call them anything. I don't know, I just think it's disrespectful. Where did this come from? Oh, so North will be posing naked in 26 years. I say all that to say. You know, I don't even know where this Cosby thing is going to end. More women have come forward accusing him of sexual assault. And now, do you watch the show Ray Donovan? Yes. And you watch Scandal? So you know how Ray Donovan's a fixer, like Kerry Washington's a fixer for the president? Okay, well, this fixer type person, he's 90 years old, so you know what happens when you're 90. You say anything, be damned how people judge you. So apparently, he's a former NBC employee, and he alleges that Bill Cosby paid various women over $2,000 a month to keep hush. I know, this is the same guy, like I was saying, it's like the fixer, allegedly, for Bill Cosby. He also said something about like a bag of money with $100. Anyway, paying people off is what I'm saying, allegedly. But there was support for him over the weekend, this Bill Cosby. You know, I told you he did stand up in the Bahamas, and he also did stand up in Melbourne, Florida. And apparently in Melbourne, he got a standing ovation. A lot of people wanted people to go out and protest the show, but there was only one lone man out there with a sign that said, "Rape isn't a joke." After the comedy show there in Florida, Bill Cosby spoke out for the first time regarding this. He says, "I know people are tired of me not saying anything, but a guy doesn't have to answer to innuendos. People should fact check. People shouldn't have to go through that and shouldn't answer to innuendos." Well, I mean, I get what he's saying on one hand. And then it was brought up this morning in our Hot Topics meeting, do we think that the show, Cosby Show, was pulled off TV too soon? Clap if you do. You know, I was thinking about it and I said, well, too soon, too soon, too soon. Like I said on Friday during the Hot Talk panel, I don't think it should be off TV forever. I think that 10 or 15 years from now, people will, oh heck, his reputation's tarnished. But I think we'll be able to move past it and watch the Huxtables, not Bill Cosby, you know, for what they are. And I just feel like this is not gonna go away. Even I'm tired of talking about it already, but it just seems like the thing that's on the front page of every newspaper. I know what I feel in my mind, but what is going to become of this? So he speaks out. Is he gonna sue the girls if they're wrong? You know, does he counter-sue 17 plus women? Do they sue him? Does he go to jail for this? The statute of limitation is over? I have no idea. I'll tell you what though, the more mum he stays without a formal sit-down interview, like with somebody like Sawyer or Oprah, the more we're judging. And yeah. So let's talk about Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake. I'm really happy that they're expecting their first baby. It just seems it seems as though this is something that she's wanted for a long time. And, you know, I guess, you know, he was busy, you know, touring and whatnot. So at one point, the marriage looked shaky. Do you remember? Yeah. But they've managed, I mean, looked really shaky. And in my mind, I just picture her nagging him, like, why do you have to go back on the road again? Why are you always in the club? I'm performing, wah, wah, wah. And so I'm glad that she's found something to occupy her time. You know, she opened up this family-friendly restaurant in Santa Monica, did we say? In Santa Monica, so that's good to occupy her. And now she's gonna have the baby, that's good. And in my opinion, she needs to get one of those websites like Gwyneth Paltrow and Martha Stewart and them have, and Jessica Biel, or Jessica Alba, you know? Anyway, that's not what this story's about. The story is that the Timberlakes are leaving Hollywood for Memphis, Tennessee. There's such thing as planes. I mean, they could always go back. But Justin's family, including his grandma, who picks up the phone when the WWS calls, and we have questions. He's from Memphis, and she is from Minnesota. So, and they want their kids to grow up in a small town with small town values. And I think that that's terrific on one hand. The other hand, I'm still putting it off on her being a nag, you know? And so this is Justin's way of, you know, building a log cabin, burying her in the woods with that kid, so she's not nagging him all the time in Hollywood. I mean, I think that it's terrific when people, you know, want to leave Hollywood or leave a big city and raise their children, you know, with a different value system, I guess. Doesn't mean it's going to work out. I mean, once upon a time, Demi Moore and Bruce Willis, when they were married, they gave up the Hollywood life. They moved to Bailey, Idaho. And you see how that worked out for them. I'm talking about the marriage, the girls, and the whole bit. Kind of hot message, you know what I mean? So it doesn't always work. Maybe they should stay in LA, the Timberlakes, until first grade. Because here's my thought on hometown values. A little goober like this is not getting anything from living in Memphis or LA or the woods or New York, you know what I mean? But what it will do for them to stay in LA, at least until first grade, is it would solidify the Timberlakes as a married couple. Because as we all know, babies change everything, and sometimes it ain't for the good. There are a lot of women who neglect their men as soon as they have the babies, and you forget about date nights. There are a lot of men who all of a sudden feel like they don't have to ask their wife out on a date because, you know, I've given her what she wanted. She always wanted kids, so they're the kids. You know, I'm going to the lazy boy and sit down. You know what I mean? Like kids change everything. I just think it's really important, like, as soon as you have your kids, that you are even closer as a couple, you know? That's all. Good luck, Timberlakes. So, now, Gwyneth Paltrow and Martha Stewart are out of control with their fighting. Well, remember when Martha said that Gwyneth should stop trying to be the next Martha Stewart? Martha started this fight, by the way. And then Gwyneth went behind Martha's back and hired Martha's old CEO. That's a good one. And then Martha called a pie recipe a conscious coupling to mock Gwyneth's and Chris's split. Well, now, Gwyneth has taken the last jab, hopefully, about Martha's stint in jail. She made a cake for her website called Jailbird Cake. Now, so, you know, we here at Wendy, we're always up to something, so we decided to make these recipes and find out which rich lady's recipe tastes better. So, come on out. Thank you, John. Okay. Now, first we're gonna try Martha's conscious uncoupling. Nice texture, like a Boston cream pie. Okay, nice flaky crust. Ooh, look at the crust, it's flakalicious. A nice dollop of something creamy on top. Okay. It tastes like it's made with premium ice cream or premium pudding or something. It's very, very good. And like I said, this crust right here, clearly this is not a crust of somebody who can't cook. You know, crust is good. All right, now, enough of that. Martha, so far you're winning. Now, Gwyneth, I don't know. What is this? It's crunchy. It's virtually the same recipe, I think. Huh? Here's the problem. This is like some sort of cake, the brown stripe stuff, and it's hard. You know, it's not like spongy. It's hard. It's chocolate wafers. I don't like the wafer action. Gwyneth has a very good icing now. Oh, I recognize that taste. It's Cool Whip. Okay, in conclusion, I say Martha wins, but not by much. By the way, you can go to wendyshow.com if you'd like to make either one of these rich ladies' recipes.